Now, in this video, we cover the new tab options where we can start the isometric part in one part. So, as we have previously discussed, there are two different options are available, that is synchronous and order mode. We have made this separate video, what do you mean by the synchronous and what do you mean by the order mode. So, you can check that videos also. Now, let's start with the basics of synchronous environment. If you want to draw any component with the help of this synchronous environment, you have to just simply click on this draw toolbars. There are different types of toolbars are available, such as the line, circle, and this rectangle. We have three different options for to draw the rectangle. So this is somewhat similar to the AutoCAD that were already used maybe sometime. So the same commands which are available for you for the 2D drawings. So let's start with the line command. To draw the line, to fix the whatever the front plane, top plane and right plane, you have two options. First one is you have to click on the F3 button, or else you have to click on this F3 command from your keyboard. Okay. So after clicking on this particular command, you can see the color of this particular plane is converted to the brown color. So that means whatever the drawing that you are going to draw with the help of this toolbars, so it will be only on this particular face of the plane. Okay. So we will start with the line command. So whatever the commands that you have selected, if you click on this, move on to click on. So lines should be drawn continuously. If you want to escape this command, you have to click on the escape option on your keyboard. Okay. So if you want to change the dimension of this particular line, I have to click on the dimension tab. Or else we can go for the smart dimensions from here, and you have to click on this smart dimension tab. Okay. So just like AutoCAD, you can click on the line options, or else you can simply click on the line and you can start clicking on the straight. If you want to escape it command, you have to click on the escape option. Okay. If someone wants to line in some particular angle, if I want this particular line in 45 degree, I have to click on the tab options to manipulate the command. So you can see if you want to switch from the that particular angle to the length, you have to just simply click on the tab option on your keyboard. Or you can switch on this dimension fonts. So I have given the dimension angle of 45 degree now. If I want to give the dimension of line, I have to go to the dimension tab of that particular turn. So there is now showing the 857.5. If I go to the 900, you can easily draw the particular line having the dimension of 900 and an angle of 45 degree. So the command continues until you have to press on the escape option. Okay. Now let's move on. In the line itself, there are two options are available. First one is the point. So if you require the point on your drawing, you have to just simply click on the point option and you can draw the points. Then there is one option called as draw, where simply whenever you in your school days also you have created some of the drawings with the help of this particular draw toolbar or some of the paints also. You can just simply click on the freehand sketches. So the same way that you can prepare the drawings, the software will identify the appropriate or proportionate sketch from that particular whatever the part that you are drawing with the help of the command of free sketch. So irrespective of the shape, software will identify the close to that particular shape and prepare the drawings. You may not use this particular command for your application because that type of drawings which are not available for us. So that is why only the line command is important in this particular point. Okay. The next option is there is called a command called circle. You have two options to draw the circle. Circle by center point method. I have clicked on the circle from the center point. I have clicked on the screen, so you can see I am scrolling and scroll out. So whatever the dimensions also increase. The same way if you click on the tab option, you can change from the dimensions or diameter to the radius. Okay. So I have given the dimension of 500 mm diameter you can see. So this is the dimension that we have already given. If I want to change that particular dimension, you can change in the dimensions also, whatever the dimension I am given, or else you can simply click on that particular circle. You have this option also. Okay. If I want to change the diameter to 400, I have to change the dimensions. With the help of dimension also, this part is also getting changed. Okay. So this is the basic type that we are already using in different softwares. Then another point is a 3-point circle. You have to click on the 3 options or 3 points where you can have that particular circle. Next one is the tangent circle. So whatever the part related to the particular file or that particular line, if you want the tangent circle, you have to just firstly click on that any part, and then the second part where the tangent is required. So the symbol indicates that the circle and the line, it will be tangent to that particular circle, that in this case. Okay. So this is the tangent circle command. Next one is the ellipse by center method. As we already know, the ellipse is a combination of 2 axes, primary and secondary, or also is called as a maximum and minimum. So this is the ellipse that we are already drawn by each one of the points. So from primary, you can change that particular points, and there is one secondary. From the given dimension, you can change the dimensions as. So this is the ellipse that we are drawn with the help of this ellipse by center method. The last point in this particular circle command is the ellipse by 3-point method. First, second, and third. So this is ellipse by 3-point method. Okay. So till now we have covered the line command. In the line also we have the different commands. In the circle we have these 5 options that we have covered up. So now the next point is the rectangular by center method. So whenever the command is available for you, you can just simply go on that particular command. The software will indicate how to draw this particular command itself. In this particular rectangle by center method, as you can see on the screen, you have 2 options. First one, you have to give the A options, that is A point, and then the second point is as a B. So it can be the circle is drawn symmetrically from the particular point that you have selected from the center itself. Okay. So next is the rectangle by 2-point. That is, you have to click on this rectangle first and second point. And the next one is a rectangle by 3-point method. First, second, and third. As you can see in the first, second, and third. Next that we have that polygon by center method. So the polygon means whatever the lines that we have drawn to form a closed loop or closed geometry, that is called a polygon. So the minimum number of sides which are required to complete any polygon is the 3. If you go on increasing the number of sides, we can get the different shapes. As we have drawn the triangle, equilateral triangle, this is square. If you go on increasing the number of sides, we can get the different shapes such as pentagon and hexagon. So but if you want to draw the pentagon, hexagon, and this type of shapes, we can go for this particular command called as a polygon. In the polygon itself, you have 2 options. The same way that you are having in the AutoCAD, inscribe and circumscribe. You can see how I change the direction, that inscribe and circumscribe. So you can see the circle is inside that particular shape. In this case, the circle is outside of this particular shape. So these are the 2 different options are available for you. From the dimension tab itself, you can change the dimension and you can change the part also. Okay. So this is all about the line, circle, and rectangle command. So the next option is available is the fillet and chamfer. So if you want to provide some of the fillet in the 2D itself, you can just simply click on these 2 lines where you want this particular fillet option. The same way, if you want to change the from the chamfer also, you have 2 options. You can select the 2 different lines. So this is called as setback A and setback B. And also you can change the angle from here also. So now I will change from the angle. I will make an angle of 40. Then I will choose the first and second line. And you can see main gun is indifferent. So these are the two options which are available for you, and you have to provide the two distances from that point, or else we can just simply provide one distance and you have to provide one angle. Okay. So this is all about the fillet and chamfer. Next one is the tangent R by 3 point and R by centimeter. So if I want to draw one R related to our tangential to this particular rectangle, I have to just simply from this 2 points, and the last point related to is tangential. The next one is the arc by 3 point method. First, second, and third, the same way that we have drawn the circle. And the last point is the arc by center point method. First, second, third. Okay. So till now we have covered the line. In that also we have 4 options, 4 different commands. Then the circle, that we have 5 different commands. Then rectangle, we have 4 different commands. And next we have covered the fillet and chamfer. And in the R command itself, we have covered 3 commands: tangent arc, 3 point back, 3 point arc, and the arc back center on method. Arc by center point there. Okay. Now let's move on to the curve option. So these are some of the engineering curves that we can define from this command. So for the mechanical students, there is no need of these particular shapes, but some of the architectural students may require these particular shapes for their commands. So if you want to draw some of the basic angles or some of the curves, that is conic, hyperbola, parabola, or ellipse, you can draw from here. You can just simply change the hyperbola, parabola. So these are some of the basic engineering curves from here you can draw. Next option, that curve and cone that we have covered. Next is the trim, that is the important part. So it is also called as a powered trim also in some of the softwares. If I want to delete this particular line, I just simply click on, or else you have to click on the left or mouse, and we can just simply drag and delete this particular line. Or you can just simply click on that particular line. Okay. So this is the trim command. And the next option in the trim is available, that is the trim for none. So this specific command is used when the 2 lines which are extending from this particular rectangular shape type object, this particular symbol itself indicates that, so whatever the part you have to trim, there has to be this corner type. So I have just selected this line and this line. You can see the remaining 2 lines which are extended has been bring. Okay. The same way, if you want to increase this particular line to some extent, you can go for the extend to the next option. The basic condition is important. To extend this particular line, there has to be one object or one line in front of that particular line. Then only this line can be extended. You can see there is no line in front of this particular line, so that is why it is not extended. If I draw any object or any simple line in front of this particular line, you can see the line will be extended. But the next command in this particular extended to next is the split option. If I want to split this particular line in the 2 segments, you can see the line is now split into the 2 parts. Okay. So in the draw toolbar, till now we have covered the line, circle, rectangle commands, fillet chamfer, arc, that curves command, trim, corner, and the extended to next, and the split option. So the 3 commands are remaining: offset, symmetric offset, move for a copy rotate, move and rotate option, mirror, scale, and stretch. So these 3 commands and these remaining commands will be covered in the next video. Okay. So whatever the suggestions from you or which command that you are looking for and you are not able to use, you can mention in the comment section so that we will cover in the next videos. That's it from my side. We will see you in the next way. Thank you.